The camera pans across a roaring crowd, their cheers echoing through a packed arena as spotlights dance over a gleaming boxing ring. The energy is electric, the air thick with anticipation. A voice cuts through the noise, sharp and commanding. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fight of the year. Nonito Donaire, the Filipino Flash, takes on the ferocious challenger Campos in a battle that's got the world buzzing. The screen flashes with a montage of bone-crunching punches, sweat-soaked training sessions, and glimpses of two warriors preparing for war. This is PINOY boxing at its peak, and 2025 is about to witness history. The host, standing in a sleek studio with a massive digital screen behind him, grins at the camera. His voice booms with excitement, pulling viewers into the moment. I'm your host, and tonight, we're diving deep into the showdown everyone's talking about. Nonito Donaire, a legend who's carried the Philippine flag across decades of dominance, is stepping into the ring once more. At 42, he's defying time, proving that heart and skill can outshine youth. But across from him stands Campos, a fighter, who's been tearing through the ranks with a hunger that's impossible to ignore. This isn't just a fight, it's a clash of eras, a test of legacy versus ambition. The screen shifts to a highlight reel, a whirlwind of Donaire's greatest moments. There's the left hook that floored Fernando Montiel in 2011, the surgical precision of his 2019 war against Naoya Inoue, and the countless belts he's hoisted above his head. The Filipino Flash isn't just a nickname, it's a promise of speed, power, and brilliance. The footage slows on a recent clip of Donaire in the gym, his eyes locked on a heavy bag as he unleashes a flurry of punches. Even now, his movements are crisp, his focus unshakable. The voiceover kicks in, laying out the stakes. Donaire's career is a masterclass in resilience. 4-division world champion, future Hall of Famer, and a hero to millions. But every fight at this stage is a gamble. Can he still hang with the new blood? Then comes Campos, introduced with a pulse-pounding montage of his own. The challenger's style is raw, almost primal. Haymakers that have left opponents crumpled, footwork that keeps him just out of reach, and a glare that screams confidence. He's younger, hungrier, and carries the kind of knockout power that can end a fight in a blink. The screen shows him sparring, his fists slamming into pads with a sound like gunfire. A recent interview clip plays, his voice steady but intense. Donaire's a legend, no doubt. But I'm here to build my own name. This is my time. The host's voice cuts back in, framing the narrative. Campos isn't just fighting for a win. He's gunning for immortality, looking to dethrone a king and shock the world. The program pivots to analysis, the host joined by a grizzled boxing expert whose scarred hands gesture animatedly as he breaks down the matchup. Look, Donaire's got experience that Campos can't even fathom. He's seen every trick, dodged every trap. His counterpunching is still a thing of beauty. If he can keep Campos at a distance, pick him apart with that left hook, he'll control the fight. But here's the catch. Campos hits like a truck. One clean shot and even a veteran like Donaire could be in deep trouble. This fight hinges on who imposes their game plan first. The screen flashes with side-by-side stats. Donaire's 40-plus fights against Campos's 20-something. Donaire's technical knockouts versus Campos's string of early stoppages. The numbers tell a story, but they don't predict the future. A pre-fight interview with Donaire plays, filmed in a gym where the hum of activity never stops. He's dripping sweat, his gloves still on, but his voice is calm, almost philosophical. This fight isn't just about me. It's for my people, for every Filipino who's ever dreamed big. I know what Campos brings. I've faced guys like him before, but I've got something he doesn't touch: heart. I'm ready to leave it all in the ring. There's a quiet intensity to him, the kind that's fueled by years of proving doubters wrong. The camera lingers on a Philippine flag taped to the wall behind him, a small but powerful detail. Campos gets his say next, filmed in a stark studio, his posture radiating confidence. Respect to Donaire, but I'm not here to bow down. Every legend has their day, and his is done. I'm walking out with my hand raised, and the world's gonna remember my name. His words are brash but not reckless. backed by the kind of belief that makes you wonder if he's destined for greatness or achieve it. The contrast between the two fighters couldn't be clearer. Donaire's measured resolve against Campos's fiery ambition. The host reappears, standing in front of a graphic detailing the fight's logistics. This epic showdown is going down on insert date, e.g., July 30th, 2025, live from insert venue, e.g., T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The world will be watching as these two collide in a fight that's got everything: pride, power, legacy. Don't miss it. The screen shifts to a dramatic slow-motion clip of the fighters at a press conference, staring each other down across a table. Donaire's expression is stone cold, while Campos's lips curl into a slight smirk. The tension is a living thing ready to explode. The program taps into the global hype, pulling up a curated feed of X posts from fans. Hashtags like Donaire vs Campos and PINOY Pride trend worldwide, with users posting everything from grainy clips of Donaire's old fights to memes hyping Campos's knockout streak. One fan from Manila writes, "Donaire's got this, Filipino heart never quits." Another from the US counters, "Campos by KO in 5. New era starts now." The host's voiceover weaves through the chatter. The fans are split, and the yibite excitement's off the charts. This isn't just a fight, it's a movement. A brief segment dives into Donaire's cultural impact, showing clips of Filipino communities gathering to watch his fights, from packed bars in Quezon City to living rooms in Los Angeles. Old footage rolls of Donaire visiting schools in the Philippines, handing out gloves to kids, his smile warm but fierce. "He's more than a boxer," the host says. "He's a symbol of what's possible." The segment doesn't linger too long. It's a nod to his legacy without slowing the pace. Back in the studio, the host leans forward, his voice dropping conspiratorially. "So what's the X factor? For Donaire, it's that veteran savvy. Can he outthink a younger, stronger opponent? For Campos, it's his relentless pressure. Can he overwhelm a legend before Donaire finds his groove?" The analyst jumps, and again, sketching out scenarios on a touchscreen. If Donaire paces himself, uses angles, he'll frustrate Campos and open up counters. But if Campos can trap him in a phone booth fight, it's his night. First 3 rounds are critical. The analysis is sharp, grounded in technique but laced with the unpredictable thrill of boxing. The program shifts to a training camp deep dive, showing Donaire running sprints at dawn, his breath visible in the early morning chill. His trainer barks instructions